And staying on with West Africa, Niger has had a full-blown face-off with its former colonial ruler France. At the 79th UN General Assembly, the junta-led nation accused Paris of funding and training terrorist groups in the Sahel region. These allegations were leveled by Niger's Foreign Affairs Minister, who denounced France's new recolonisation strategy. Listen in.
Here I also would like to condemn the subversive actions and new strategy of recolonization espoused and pursued by France, which trains, finances, arms, and provides intelligence to the terrorist groups of the Sahel. It provides food and lodging to its local lackeys, some of which occupy the diplomatic premises of Niger in Paris in flagrant violation of the Vienna Convention of 1961 on diplomatic relations. So far from halting the momentum underway in the Sahel, these attempts at destabilization are only strengthening our country's resolve to forge ahead as we pursue our goals.
Niger's top diplomat's address was a strong message against the West. He accused certain Western powers of trying to exploit the resource-rich nations and attempting to destabilize African countries. He also talked about Niger's neighbors, Burkina Faso and Mali, who are also battling Islamist insurgencies. The minister hailed Niger's alliance with the two junta neighbors that was formed after ditching the West-backed regional bloc ECOWAS. Niger's minister said that his country is choosing to fund its crises itself, rather than turning to rich nations who exploit them. He also added his country does not need lessons on democracy.
That it is not the affluent countries that will be finding solutions for us. I affirm that these solutions are within us. They consist in refusing to demean ourselves by begging for aid. They consist in building worthy partnerships in which our natural resources are paid for at the price that they deserve and benefits invested for a population. It is in this spirit that my country is using its own funds.
The Nigerian foreign minister also dragged Ukraine to the UN. Now, he accused Kiev of supporting terrorists in Mali. In July, several Malian soldiers and Russian Wagner fighters were killed in a major attack by rebel forces. Ukraine's intelligence officials claimed involvement in the attack, after which Mali and Niger cut ties with Kiev. Junta nations of West Africa, Niger, Mali and Burkina Faso have turned their backs on traditional Western powers and have instead forged closer partnerships with Russia. After military governments took charge, they expelled the Western troops. French troops withdrew Niger in 2023, while the last remaining US troops left in September of this year. As per reports, France is significantly reducing its presence in Central and West Africa amid rising anti-French sentiment. Now, US and France were heavily involved in fighting terrorism in West Africa, and the shift in alliances is a big blow to their operations. West Africa had been facing a worsening Islamist insurgency linked to the Islamist State and to Al-Qaeda for years. Now, the juntas took over with a promise to end the violence and decried the inability of the West to do so. Rejecting the Western powers, West Africa's junta states turned to Russia for security assurances. The Russian paramilitaries are training and fighting along with the junta's forces. However, the region still remains a hotspot of terrorism.
Firstpost decodes the U.S. election. Explains how America chooses its president. Your primer on the race to the White House. Everything you need to know about how America votes and its global implications. U.S. Election Explained. Every Monday and Thursday only on Firstpost.